Yeah, we can see your face. We can definitely see your face. That's all we can see is your face.
Awesome. Nice.
Yes.
Perfect. Amazing.
All right. Mengkin, go ahead, and since you're running the show, go ahead and start it off.
Hello, everyone. This is the Minimum Effort Podcast with your host, Mengkin, and I don't know, whatever his name is. And our special guest, we have Mr. Edobor Konyeha.
Edobor Konyeha.
What club do you represent now?
Your mom's club.
I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready to.
I train with Dallas. I still say that I represent Raijin, just because that's my club, like in my heart and soul. So, Raijin.
Representing Raijin, training with Dallas.
Yes.
Nice. And where do you live now?
If you go to Texas, the closest major city is Dallas. You're at Dallas, you drive 2 hours, 2 hours to the east, you find the nearest forest, go to the middle of it, that's where I'm at. middle of nowhere. It's Jacksonville.
Okay.
Jacksonville, Texas. And I tell people I live in Jacksonville, and they're like, Florida? But Texas has a Jacksonville.
Okay.
All right. Makes sense.
All right. And is it a farming town or anything like that? What do they do?
It's the tomato town.
Tomato town. Okay.
Jayville has the best tomatoes.
Do you like tomatoes?
I hate tomatoes.
I had a feeling you'd hate tomatoes.
Just to clear up the air, can you tell people what your diet is and how you get
my
so
diet?
jacked? Yeah.
Okay. So my diet is, I've actually been very consistent the past 2 or 3 weeks. So it's been ideal for that time, but it's always 6 eggs in the morning with yogurt, strawberry yogurt. Then for lunch is chicken and rice. And then sometimes I have a protein shake that has like vanilla, whey protein, and then milk. That's sometimes. And then for dinner, I have beef and rice. Sometimes it's salmon or rice. But that's it.
Now, the important question is, what kind of rice?
It is specifically long grain parboiled rice from Walmart.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. We on this podcast only support 1 grain of rice, but you know that's us.
Short grain Akita Komachi. We are a little bit, JJ and I. Some people might find this strange, but we are racist.
Yeah, just a little racist. They're not all created equal.
Yeah.
So wait. What is that? Is that white rice?
Oh, it's for sure. It's white. It's proud, and it's delicious.
Okay. Okay. So in this case, white is right.
Yes.
Yes.
And if it's brown, don't even bring it around.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's a good one. I'm gonna use it only for this.
Yes, please. Only for
fine.
this. This is the only thing that we abdicate for this. This is it. This is it. Oh God. Oh yeah. Is this what's going to get us canceled from our small little podcast show?
Probably. I don't think enough
All
people
right,
watch
so
it. So
you don't really like vegetables, right? You don't like onions. Do you like onions? What kind of?
Well, so I think onions. There are some things where if it's like if I go out to a restaurant and if it's in the dish and I don't know about it, I'll probably be fine. But if I know it's there, then the taste is kind of stronger, and then I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna.
it must have been hell for your parents to try to feed you.
Oh, it was. My mom would stress about it all the time. She would have to bring in my lunch almost every day because it had to be a specific. Like it couldn't have been packed in the morning and then I have to wait. It just sits in my lunchbox, and then like it had to be like fresh food. It was awful, and then I still didn't eat that much.
Well, you know what's interesting about you is I think when I first met you, you must have been somewhere around like 70 kg, maybe 72 kg at most, somewhere in that neighborhood. And you've actively been really trying to pack on weight with your limited diet. It's quite amazing. I know that we spoke with Eric a little bit and he was like, I just told him whatever rice he has, just get double of it. And I think that was the start of you being able to pack on some weight. But with that limitation, I'm really impressed by how much you've gained. Because where are you at now? You're probably right at what, 84 kg, 85?
85. I wake up squarely at 85, and then at the end of the day, I'm like 86-ish, a little bit over 86.
Nice, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm walking about 85, mostly fat, not muscles like Edo, but mostly fat.
Oh, no, he's all fat though. He's all fat. He has the body of like the aliens from Men in Black. I don't know if you've seen that movie, but they have like the
stomach sticking out. Yeah,
and like, what's happening, JJ? That's Mengkin. So, do you have any projects that you're doing now? Anything that you want to tell the people about?
I have something in the works. That's going to be a bit of a surprise, though.
Surprise. All right. So there's a surprise coming out. Do you want to tell them the date of that surprise?
Something might be going down December 11th.
Okay, December 11th. Oh. Pay attention to the internet and the interwebs. You will be delighted, surprised, and you might even see some people's faces that you have seen before. So just I think it'll be pretty awesome.
Hey, JJ, I assume you know what this is, JJ?
I don't know what anything is.
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean,
you definitely don't know because you showed up late to the podcast.
Oh. No, I showed up on time.
Dude, only hours move in countries. It doesn't go minutes. I know this.
No, I showed up on time.
Okay, sure. We believe that you believe that. Ed, can you talk about what it felt like at Worlds? Because this was your first Worlds. There was a long journey for you to get there, a process of fighting to get legitimacy as an American citizen. There was a lot going on, and you had on paper a stacked wild situation. You are the only person you're the only person to get matched up against Japan twice in the open weight and in the whatchamacallit, in your division. Can you talk about what that felt like, or some big takes from from Worlds?
It was really fun. I liked it. It was exciting. It was very intense, it wasn't an intensity that it didn't feel like it was crushing me. It kind of just felt like it was amping me up, especially as we got closer and closer to Sunday. And then on Sunday, I was just really excited to get in there and compete. And when we were there and everyone was sitting down, well, I was trying not to sit down. Uh, I didn't like how they try to make you sit down. Like I want to be up and get my blood flowing. So I was kind of just like in um in my little stance. But being able to see all of the competition there and the people walking around and watch up front, it was exciting. And I felt like even though I lost twice, I I feel like I belong there. Like that's where I'm meant to be, is at that world stage. And I don't feel like I was outclassed by anybody. Like I lost on my mistakes. Like I was the only person Ukraine didn't ragdoll. Like I just slipped, and then he had slipped. If I had just managed to stay up, then it would have been in my favor.
That particular match was so close. You came out, and that level of intensity that you had in that match was perfect. That was perfect because you have to hit him hard. You have to hit him hard. You have to hit him fast. And he was like, "Holy shit!" And you try to bounce back from it, but literally a split second difference, and you won that match. It was wild. It was wild. How much sand was on the stage at that point? Was there a lot, or?
It didn't feel like a lot, but it was enough for me to notice a difference between what I'm used to at the baseball field. It's like it's a lot slicker than what I'm used to, but it wasn't unmanageably slick.
But nice. And then do you want to talk about your match against Japan? Which I've seen a breakdown from so many different places. Apparently my YouTube algorithm only shows me like Mongolian wrestling and Japanese judo and sumo, and it's all nothing's in English. So I was able to send you a couple different videos. Which YouTube is dope because you can just put on the closed captioning in English and it'll translate it for you. Do you have anything to talk about those things?
It was pretty cool. The guy, he's not the lightweight that I was expecting. Just because usually the lightweights I've seen, they're kind of shorter and they're stockier. They're probably at the end of the weight class at 85. This dude was like 70 something, and he was tall and lanky. And that wasn't. I didn't think that gave me the right to go in and be like, it's gonna be a wash because he's skinny. I definitely did expect some sort of trick up his sleeve just because it is Japan.
He is tricky.
And then
I watched a lot of his videos. He's very tricky.
Yeah. And I've seen footage now, and I'm like, okay, that was the right mindset to go in with. But it was still really cool. Like I feel like I just did everything right. It felt smooth, like butter. Hit him hard, right on the chest, up into the neck, and then as soon as he tried to do something, I switched to get that underhook, and he went for a throw. As soon as he went for a throw, I countered, and then got this kunage. It was pretty cool.
It was dope. Mengkin, do you have anything to add about that match? Because those two matches were definitely the highlight. I mean, you being ghosted by Finland was pretty cool too. Right? You're like, ha! Holy shit! Hello, darkness, my old friend. But you know that you were supposed to lose, right? It's a game of losing. Sumo is literally a game of losing. And it's all about how you bounce back from it. But those other two matches, I think those are a little bit more representative of what you do, right? Of what your magic is, right? The analyzing, the right approach, and then that match against Ukraine was by far my favorite lightweight match.
Edo, what did you focus on against Ukraine? Like, was there something you went in with, or just you did what you felt was right at the time?
I didn't want him to be able to stop and take a breath, because when I watch his matches, it seems like he'll it's not really a tachiai. He'll come in and he'll just kind of like push you off until he can get underhooks. He wants both underhooks, or even at least one, and then that way he can work with what he's good at, because he beat Bulgaria with underhooks and just to force out. He beat Poland with underhooks just to force out. He beat Sviatoslav at the European Championships and he had both underhooks. So my main thing was to just not give him room to breathe. And Eric calls it like a chaos that I can bring upon people. I wanted to have that chaos always be going throughout the match so he doesn't have any time to think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where you really do thrive, right? When you're going quick and fast, is a lot of times people can't really really get their sumo going. So I assume for a lot of people, I mean, the really top international athletes probably can counter that, but like people my level would struggle. Or like, the Ukrainians of course can do that, but even like the top other Europeans are kind of slower if you think about it. Right? I don't know what I was trying to go on there.
I got what you were trying to say. But another thing too is just, I think the best part about it is that what I was worried about, like the year leading up to it, was being there and feeling small and feel like I don't belong there. Like everyone was better than me, but I didn't feel like that at all. Like I definitely felt like I was one of the strongest, if not the fastest, one of the fastest. I wasn't outclassed, and that feels good.
I think if you ask me and JJ, we agree with that too. I mean, 100%. I think it was just, if you had, I know you don't mind going against people that are at your level or better, but if your job wasn't Japan, then Ukraine, you would have been in the semifinals. For sure. Looking at, I mean, Edo, you were there, JJ, you were there, you saw the competition, for sure could have made it to the semifinals.
Yeah, if you're on the other side of the bracket, for sure you would have got to the all the way up. I mean, just looking at what the bracket, because like Kellyanne says, the brackets be bracketing, and that's just how it works. But everything was stacked against you. And that's just how the brackets bracket. And you still came out and performed extremely well. Now, speaking of I think Mengkin and you have competed how many times now? How many times have you guys
competed in a tournament?
Yeah.
Just the SoCal Open, like 3 times.
3 times? And Ed, you have a clean sweep of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure of that. Technically, Mengkin has me. I think we've only competed officially once, and Mengkin has me. He's got me. He literally put it on a video that we put out today, and it made me real sad to see just where I was and how shitty I was. And I mean,
watching myself too, I was horrible too. So I was like, we were really bad, weren't we?
Oh yeah, we were bad. And you're still bad, but
Yeah, I'm still bad. I can sumo now. It's not bad, like no sumo bad. It's just sumo, but bad sumo.
I have a random question. You do a lot of tournaments and leading up to nationals and stuff like that. What's your favorite? Maybe your favorite, not per se the flow of the tournament or your favorite like overall tournament, like whatever, but like your favorite series of matches that you had in a tournament. If you like, maybe it was SoCal against Maxime, or maybe it was Dallas Cowboy Cup where you decided just to fight every division. Like, which match or which tournament led you up or like lifted you up the most leading to nationals?
Is probably Roller Town. If we're specifically talking about leading up to nationals and what helped with that. I think Roller Town definitely helped with my confidence, just because I didn't medal at Roller Town last year, and so I was going into it and it was like, it'd be cool to medal, but I don't want to like focus on that outcome and then just have it bother me if it doesn't happen. I just kind of went into it and I was like, it's a tournament, let's just get it done. And then I ended up going undefeated in 15 matches. So it definitely felt pretty good to know that even though my mindset wasn't like a let's get it, I'm gonna go undefeated.
Right.
It was like I'll do this and I'm not gonna not try. I'll still try my hardest, but it's not. It's like I don't know. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, definitely.
100%. And it's more about feelings, right? This is that question is all about feelings and vibes, and it's within the individual, right? For me last year, I think it was probably for me it's not leading into nationals. That doesn't quite make sense because I didn't make it to the world stage. So instead it was like my reassessing after nationals and my planning into the Olympia. Like that was more of like everything was just vibing right. That was a good vibe, good like situational. I was working on some stuff and it all kind of just worked out, right? But that for me, that was my vibe, right? That was the vibe. And for Mengkin, it was a year of losing and not winning at anything. So
yeah, it's been tough.
Akita, he thought he was gonna win that. Some guy showed up
and everything.
First time ever doing sumo, destroyed him, and American from Mexico.
Hey, what can I do? I am great at not being first.
He set up a whole tournament in California, a team tournament, and just decided to shit all over the dojo. Just where at one point I told him not to talk to me, get the fuck away from me. I think I picked him up like he was a rag doll at some point.
You did, yeah.
At
least you didn't slam me. You did drop me not nicely, but you didn't slam me, so that was a plus for me.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Ed, what's your approach during a team tournament? How do you feel during a team tournament?
I've only actually had matches in one at the Met, and that was I was just placed on a random team because nobody from Raijin had come with me. I think it's the same. It's no Sakura Cup. We had the team tournament. That was pretty cool. We had won that one.
Was your team strong?
Oh yeah, it was. First, I was. I'm trying to remember the names. Senpo, and then Elliot. You remember Elliot?
Mm-hmm.
JJ, he was at camp. He was. Taisho was third.
Taisho. Shuken?
What's the second? Shuken?
No,
yeah, it's all good. Second was Elliot, and then third was Seth.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we had gotten gold. We had won every single match. So we went 3-0 in up against every single team we had. That was pretty cool. I mean, I think it's for me going into my match, it's not really that different. There might be a little bit more pressure because it's a little bit more pressure to win, but if I lose, it's not as bad because I got two people behind me. But that's going in being the first. If you're the last guy, and then it's 1-1,
you can depend on, right? Two people you can depend on.
Yeah. So for that one, since I was the first guy, it was like I want to win, but if I don't, I got two good guys right behind me. It's probably different if you're the last guy and it's 1-1, and you're like, okay, I have to win this to move on. But it was cool because I could win my match and then turn around and watch my teammates win their matches and cheer them on.
Dope.
So that was pretty cool.
Peace.
So I will say, me doing a team tournament, if my team is solid and all trying hard, I'm there. But if my team is a piece of shit and just decide to not do sumo good at all or forfeit matches for no reason whatsoever, it makes
Who
me
would do
go
such
crazy.
a thing?
Well, my wife did that. And Mencken did that. So my two teammates.
I didn't forfeit a match. What are you talking about?
You just suck.
suck.
You suck. You suck. You just suck. Like, I'm like, bro, you shouldn't lose to this person. They're not like, this is not like a tournament,
Hey,
and this is their first one, and I don't
JJ,
understand what.
Remember the people I lost to, I beat afterwards. So remember, I lost to them once and then I beat them. So
Yeah, but that wasn't my team. I don't care. I don't care about that. I'm talking about my team. The name of our team was the Honu Sumo Founders, and we came in fucking last. You know what that feels like?
We were like 5th place.
It was 5th out of like 6
Like
teams.
9.
That's terrible.
Dead in the middle.
Terrible. If we're not first, we're last. That's how it works. Ricky Bobby.
That's
Come
true.
on.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
So, God. All right. So now that we called people in, Ed, do you have anything that you would like to
I
add?
still have questions for Ed.
Ed, do you have any other?
I have questions for Ed.
Okay. All right, Mencken, go ahead.
So, Ed, as a fellow top lightweight competitor in the U.S.
Delusional Mencken.
Who do you feel, in the US, other lightweights, who do you feel is someone that you feel not threatened by, but is, you know what I'm saying? Like, who do you feel is at your level or could beat you or is, coming up?
I can't say that there's anybody. And that's not to say other people aren't good or they aren't putting in the work. There are a ton of lightweights that I see. They're putting in the work and they're fast and they're strong. They're beating bigger people in creative ways. The way I see it is that's where I was when I started. And I am where I am now. Like, I have 3+ years experience. So I'm not really that worried now. Now, maybe in a year or two, I can be a bit more worried when those people get more experience, they get more tournaments with their belt. But as of right now,
you don't see anybody. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, that was my question. As a fellow top lightweight competitor, yeah.
Nobody thinks that you're top at anything, Mencken.
Hey, haven't we decided I'm in top 10?
Ed, this is a great question for you. Since you're a current lightweight, and you are the king of the lightweights right now, do you think Mencken, with what you felt at the SoCal Open, do you think he's?
This is over a year ago. This is like 2 years ago.
You haven't gotten better.
Oh, this is a lie.
You haven't gotten better. If anything, you've gotten worse. So, with that, Ed, what do you think?
Top 10.
Top 10. Okay. So
he's gonna be like, nah, I don't see it.
No, I'll think through it. Number 1 spot, that's somebody. Number 2,
I will just say that Mencken can't beat Dylan Biggs. I don't think he could beat him. I don't think he could beat Oscar. I don't think he can beat Zach if Zach shows up again. I don't think that he can beat the wrestling coach from Colton, the wrestling coach. I don't think Colin. I don't think he could beat him. I don't know who Mengkin could beat in lightweight. That actual professionals.
Can you beat Gabe?
No, he can't beat Gabe.
No, and Gabe will outmuscle me.
Okay, yeah. Gabe's a big dude.
Gabe is a big dude.
Maybe
But that's like 8 people. Remember, see, there's 2 more spots. Top 10. I said top 10.
Can you beat Marshall?
No,
I can. Yes, I've beaten him.
But Marshall beats you consistently. And the Marshall that we have right now, the Marshall that's been training and isn't injured, this guy's a monster, and Mengkin doesn't have it.
Hey, I don't get to train, okay? All I get to do is lift weights.
Then
and
stop
do now.
trying to make it valid that you would even be on a ranking. If you can't
Fine,
train and you can't get
I'll
better.
prove it. Next time I compete in the US, I'll prove it.
Okay, sure. I think we figured out the answer to that, didn't we?
The answer is Edo doesn't think so.
I think 10 is a realistic goal that you could reach. If you just, you start training, put some effort in, I think you can reach 10.
Dang, he just destroyed my will to even do sumo anymore. I think I quit. I'm retiring. I'm done.
Interesting. Very
After
interesting.
After they found out I wasn't citizen, I couldn't compete.
I know, yeah.
Makes it real weird that America would do that, isn't it? Yeah, I know who it is, Voldemort. I know the person that vetoed Ed, and I see you. We all see you, and now he's shitting all over you. Sorry. Hi. Sorry.
Okay, I think I might cut that out.
Oh no, please leave that in. That was really good. That was really good. I'm okay. I didn't say the person's name. I just said, he who shall not be
doesn't
named.
watch it anyway. So, but
If
anyway,
they did, I hope they're triggered.
All right. Any closing remarks from JJ? You anything you want to say, Edo?
Yeah, Edo, do you have anything that's probably not chaotic? Bring the chaos. You can bring the chaos. We've already done it.
No, I don't have anything. I'm not really. I don't think this stuff. It's other.
All right. Last, very important last question.
Okay.
Are you competing in the 2025 SoCal Open?
I will say this: if I'm allowed to compete in every weight class, it is.
You're not.
Yet.
You're not. You're not allowed to compete in every weight class. I'm sorry. That's not an option. We don't have that. We don't have that availability. But you will have a place to stay because you stayed at our spot last time, and that you broke the seal,
true.
so you can stay on my sofa.
That is true. Will I be able to do 2 weight classes outside of the lightweight and middleweight?
If you qualified for featherweight, you know what? I will see what middleweight looks like, and if it's low, I will pop you in. But nothing is promised.
Okay, nothing is promised.
Nothing is promised. But if, say, I only have the under 13 middleweights or something like that, I'll pop you up.
Okay.
Right, something reasonable where it makes sense for the double elimination, and then it gets rid of people getting a whatchamacallit, a bye.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Right?
It is a maybe. I think that going forward, I'm gonna try to stick to 1 tournament in a month.
I mean, that's still a lot of tournaments a year.
That is a lot of tournaments.
Well,
but hear me out. That definitely kind of sets you up to do the SoCal Open. Because you have a tournament in February? Yes. But the 1st of February is basically January.
Mm-hmm.
And then the SoCal is kind of alone in February. So just putting that out there,
Yeah, and the one in February is in Texas anyway, so
Yeah,
You know?
that's true.
And again, it's
That's
February
true.
1st. I mean, that's basically
February
like
1st.
January 31st.
Yeah, I mean, I just in the past I've realized that it's crazy how many tournaments I'll do in a short amount of time, and then it's usually at the tail end of that where I'm kind of like, man, I just don't feel great, or my mindset's not right. And then you know, once I feel better, I look back and I'm like, oh, well, it's kind of clear why.
Right. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Doing all, and I think so. In 2022, I did in the span of 3 months, I had 6 tournaments,
That's crazy.
and one of them was in Switzerland.
Yes.
And then last year wasn't as bad. This year was a little bit similar, where I had 2 tournaments in February and I had 2 tournaments in April, and then this past October I had 2 tournaments. So it can be a lot.
It can be. It can be. But you're young, strong, and you have some goals. So as long as you're competing in a way that makes sense for you, then keep it going. If you have to cut back, that also makes sense. And don't forget, it's not just about sumo. It's also about, you know, the beautiful relationship that you have with Miss Jones, right? And if you disrespect a Jones, I'm going to pop you in the mouth.
When you guys get married, you should take her name so you can be a Jones, and then you could, you know, JJ Jones, Edobor Jones, Mark Jones.
She doesn't want to
do a hyphenated. Do a Konyeha Jones.
Jones.
And then she thinks it would be cooler to just take my last name.
Oh.
So yeah.
Hyphenate it. Hyphenate it. I think the hyphen was a good idea.
You both should hyphenate, so it'll be cool. Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'll just start calling you Edobor Jones.
Mr. Jones. Yeah. Mr. Jones.
All right. I think we're good. But there was a lot of like fluff at the end. We may or may not see the top lightweight in America at the SoCal Open. I'm hoping because it'd be pretty rad. But until next time, see ya, John.
Bye-bye.